This episode is an exciting one. This female artist is known for her mesmerizing dots, bright colors, and endless reflections. Her name is Yayoi Kusama. After talking to a few of my friends, I always realize that every time I mention an artist's name, they have heard of the artist, but they've never really known the story behind why they became famous. And that's why I created this series. Now, Yayoi Kusama is not the exception. A lot of people have heard her name but don't know how she became famous. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Her artwork and her journey has become synonymous to avant-garde creativity and fearless self-expression. Now, behind all this trippy, dazzling work of hers lies a story of resilience, rebellion, and a profound love for art. Today, we will be This is what you get for having a co-host. And we're back. Today, we will be exploring the extraordinary journey of Yayoi Kusama. Her life, her art, her legacy in shaping modern art as we know it. Born on the 22nd of March 1929 in Matsumoto, Japan, Yayoi Kusama was born into an upper middle class family. Her childhood was marked with a lot of struggle, a controlling mother who didn't like her artistic curiosity, and a turbulent household dynamic. Kusama once stated in an interview, "My mother told me that I was not allowed to paint, that one day I would have to marry someone from a rich family and become a housewife. When I was a girl, she took away all my inks and canvases." Now, despite this, Kusama's fascination with art began to blossom when she was a child. And at the age of 10, she began to experience very vivid hallucinations. Dots and patterns would engulf her vision, but instead of succumbing to the fear, she actually embraced these visions as the foundation of her current artistic expression. Her art became her escape. But back then, societal expectations weighed very heavily on her. In post-war Japan, being an artist was frowned upon. It was far from a respectable career that everyone else was doing, especially for a young woman. Now, in 1958, at the age of 28, Kusama made the life-changing decision to move to the United States. Now, you may be asking, why did she make this life-changing decision? Well, it all began with an illustration and a letter. In the 1950s, Kusama found an illustration by Georgia O'Keeffe in a second-hand book she'd found in her hometown of Matsumoto, Japan. This encounter and discovery of O'Keeffe's work made a profound impact on Kusama's life. And it actually inspired her to reach out to Georgia O'Keeffe through a letter. Through this letter, Kusama was seeking advice on her own artistic career, the things she should do in order to pursue a career as an artist. And to Kusama's surprise, Georgia O'Keeffe responded with her own letter. Within the letter, there was nothing but encouragement and kindness. This correspondence became a pivotal moment in Kusama's life, giving her the courage to leave Japan and move to New York to pursue her own artistic journey. Kusama has spoken about O'Keeffe's influence, stating, "Of all the many remarkable people I have known in my life, the first I must mention is Georgia O'Keeffe." Now, she credits O'Keeffe as her first and greatest benefactor, acknowledging that without Georgia O'Keeffe's support, she might never have moved to New York City. Now, inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe's art and encouragement, New York became Kusama's playground and battlefield. She entered a male-dominant art scene at the time, with little more than her canvases and her determination, which I feel like a lot of us creatives still have to do nowadays, especially as female artists. If you would like to learn more about Georgia O'Keeffe, I actually created an episode about her artistic journey, which I have linked in the description below if you'd like to check it out. But going back to Kusama, her rise to fame was not easy. But Kusama's unique vision really set her apart from the other artists at the time. She created large-scale infinity nets. They were these repetitive, hypnotic patterns that made you feel like they went on forever. These works actually caught the attention of very famous artists at the time, including legends such as Andy Warhol and Claes Oldenburg. However, Kusama wasn't just a painter. She expanded her creativity into installations, performing arts, and even fashion. Her provocative performances in the 1960s that blended activism and art, challenged societal norms, and cemented her as a groundbreaking figure. Now, despite Kusama's great success, she did experience a lot of inner turmoils. The pressure of fame and her lifelong struggle with mental health led her to return to Japan in 1973. There, she voluntarily admitted herself into a psychiatric hospital, where she still lives to this day. But Kusama didn't stop creating. Her art became deeply personal, exploring topics of infinity, life, and death. This period of introspection redefined her work, blending her earlier visions with her ongoing experiences. And in the 1990s, the world rediscovered Kusama. Her bold, unapologetic art resonated with a whole new generation. The famous Infinity Rooms installation, featuring mirrors and lights, became iconic, drawing millions of visitors worldwide. Her trademark polka dots, which symbolize connectivity and eternity, appear everywhere, from giant pumpkins to entire buildings. Kusama became a global sensation yet again, with exhibitions selling out in record time. I find Kusama's influence so interesting. Her unapologetic embrace of her struggles and boundless creativity has redefined what it means to be an artist. And reflecting on my own artistic journey, where I'm currently going through a bit of a creative slump, I realize the answer is always be yourself and allow yourself to feel all these emotions that you experience. And that is where creativity can be born again. She has inspired countless artists in the fashion field, design, and modern art. Her story really resonates with me because as an Asian artist, my parents are not very supportive of my choice of career as well. I'm very lucky that living in London, it's a very multicultural place. But from my experience, the quote-unquote successful artists, I say quote-unquote because it really depends what you think success is measured by. The majority of successful artists, even now, are still Western. Being in a minority myself, it's a very interesting topic. There are so many debates and discussions around this topic. But what I've learned is that success comes from being yourself, just like Kusama. Embracing who you are as an individual and as a creative, that is the real ingredient to success. Now, at over 90 years old, Kusama continues to share her vision, reminding us that art is a reflection of the infinite possibilities within and around us. This year, Kusama and her team unveiled Infinite Accumulation in central London. Commissioned by the Elizabeth Line, by the Crossrail Art Programme and co-founded by British Land and City of London Corporation, it is the final artwork to be installed and is the largest collaborative public art commission process in a generation. I think that Kusama's life is evidence that art can transform pain into something beautiful, and that true passion knows no bounds. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this episode. Again, please check out the episode about Georgia O'Keeffe's life if you'd like to learn more about her. Please let me know in the comments below of any other artists you would like me to talk about. I'm still exploring the world of YouTube, and any like or follow would be greatly appreciated. Stay amazing and stay creative and stay warm. See you in the next episode.